There are 18 credit cards offered from major hotel brands, and it can be just about impossible to understand which ones are actually worth getting unless you spend hours analyzing all of them. Well, fortunately, that's exactly what I did. And in this video, I'm going to give you my ranking on what's really worth it for every single hotel credit card. Let's get right into it. Hotel credit cards can loosely be split into three different categories, ranging from no annual fee to low annual fee to premium credit offering. And these are the tiers I'm going to take you through, starting at the no annual fee credit cards, working all the way up to the most expensive cards out there that you can possibly get. And the craziest thing about all of these tiers is there's great cards and also absolute terrible ripoffs in every single category. Now, these rankings aren't for everyone. They're based around the typical traveler, someone who will go a few times a year and need to stay in hotels and is looking for great experiences at a fantastic value. Now, let's begin in category number one, our no annual fee credit cards, starting out with the Marriott Bonvoy Bold. The Marriott Bonvoy Bold is the first in three Chase Marriott Bonvoy credit cards that are publicly available for application. And it's just enough to get a taste of what the Marriott lineup is like, but I heavily encourage most people to stay away from this card. That's despite it getting 14x points back at Marriott, and then 2x points each at grocery stores, rideshare, and food delivery, and then in streaming, internet, cable, and phone before earning a flat 1x back on everything else. Now, the reason that these multipliers aren't actually so good is that Marriott points are valued at about 0.7 cents each, meaning those 2x point categories really actually turn out to be about 1.4% return on spend when you redeem those points you've got for Marriott hotels. Now, the card does throw in Silver Elite status, which doesn't do much aside from late checkout, and gives you 5 Elite Night credits. Now, most people will want to avoid this card not just because the multipliers and benefits are non-existent, but because getting this locks you out of the Marriott Bonvoy Boundless card for 2 years. That is the sign-up bonus, at least, and I'll talk about the incredible value on that one later on in the video. However, for now, we're rating the Bonvoy Bold, which is an E-tier hotel credit card. Let's take a look next at the IHG One Rewards Traveler card. In my opinion, while IHG doesn't have the most recognizable hotels in their lineup of brands, there are some sneaky good ones, and their credit cards are something to really look into. The Rewards Traveler credit card will earn you 17x points on IHG hotel purchases. You'll also get 3x on internet, cable, phone, and streaming services, 3x on gas stations, 2x on dining, and 2x on everything else. Now, IHG points are worth roughly half a cent per point, so cut those multipliers in half if you want to compare them to the value of a typical credit card. However, multipliers are not where this card shines. The enticing benefits to know are going to be the ability to redeem 3 nights worth of points and get an automatic 4th night free. That can create a ton of value if you tend to stay for longer periods of time. Additionally, if you spend $10,000 a year on the card, you'll get 10,000 IHG bonus points, worth about $50 in cash value when redeemed for hotels. Now, this card isn't incredible, but it's not bad whatsoever, and it's certainly one of the better no annual fee hotel cards, landing it in the C tier. Next is the Hilton Honors American Express card. This is the first of many Hilton cards on this list. However, this one doesn't quite match up to the power that the other two I'll tell you about later really have to offer. However, the card does have some nice multipliers. 19x on Hilton properties with automatic silver status, helping you reach that higher multiplier. You'll also get 5x on dining, groceries, and gas before getting 3x back flat on everything else. Now, Hilton points aren't very valuable. In fact, they're some of the least valuable points to hold, even amongst all hotel cards, which are notorious for having very low value points. Now, this card doesn't offer much, although the sign-up bonus can be really nice to snag. You could try to grab this card, get low-level silver status, and spend on it in those higher category multipliers and earn yourself a decent amount of Hilton points, but I wouldn't recommend that. That's because overall, this is a D tier credit card. Next up is the Wyndham Rewards Earner card. Now, Wyndham Rewards has a number of different brands under their portfolio. Probably most notably, you'd be familiar with Days Inn, Super 8, and Baymont. You'll earn 5x back at Wyndham Hotels, 2x on dining and groceries, and a flat 1x back on everything else. Wyndham points are generally strong, worth about 1 cent each. And this card would have potential, due to the strong points, if it actually had some benefits. However, the incentive to spend $15,000 on the card annually to earn 7,500 bonus points just isn't going to do it for me. And while there is a 10% award booking discount, the card overall is extremely weak. NerdWallet calls it ideal for frugal travelers, but I don't know if it's ideal for anybody out there. This is an F tier credit card. Up next is the Best Western Rewards Visa Signature Card. It earns 14x back on Best Western stays and 2x back on everything else. Best Western points are worth approximately 0.6 cents apiece. The card gives you automatic Gold Elite status, which includes room upgrades, if available pending on the property, a welcome gift, and 500 points upon arrival, and it gives you 10,000 anniversary bonus points if you spend just $5,000 a year on the card. Additionally, it kind of randomly throws cell phone protection in there, which is great, but there is no corresponding elevated point multiplier category covering cell phone purchases. Overall, this card just isn't exciting to me, and it really shouldn't excite you. This is another F tier credit card. Now let's look at the Choice Privileges MasterCard. Sometimes you just need a clean, inexpensive place to stay. And a lot of times, Choice branded hotels can provide just that. However, does their $0 card provide equal value? I like to think, unfortunately not. You'll get 16x back when booking at Choice Hotels, 3x back on gas, grocery, home improvement, and phone plans, and a flat 1x back on everything else. Choice points are worth about 0.6 cents apiece, putting them in line with a lot of the other currencies on this list. They also throw Gold Elite status at you automatic when you get this card, which includes early check-in and late checkout, and room upgrades when available. You'll also get the suite of MasterCard World Elite benefits. Now, the only reason this card rises out of the F tier and into the E tier is because of the aforementioned cell phone protection and a few higher multipliers, including gas, an important points category, and paying your cell phone bill, which pairs nicely with that cell phone protection benefit. And now that we've put the Choice Privileges MasterCard into the E tier, that puts a lid on our no annual fee cards. As you can tell, while there may be a few okay options, there's a lot left to be desired. I think you're going to start to see in this tier, the low annual fee hotel collection, that there's some real potential value. And just a little preview, this is the tier that got me the very most excited to rank. Let's start with the Wyndham Rewards Earner Plus credit card, a $75 annual fee card. It gets you a 6x point multiplier boost when booking at Wyndham properties, 4x on dining and grocery stores, and 1x on everything else. It gets you platinum status, which is overall disappointing, but you do get rental car benefits with Avis and Budget thrown in there. You get a 7,500 point anniversary bonus completely for free. And this is enough to book one of their lowest branded properties. However, if you do the math, it's approximately equivalent to the annual fee you pay in to hold the card, and it's the only real benefit worth writing home about. So you're basically buying in for $75 to get about $75 worth in points back at the end of the year. That's not a great trade, which lands it in the D tier. Next up is the Choice Privileges Select MasterCard. This is a $95 annual fee card, and you're going to want to listen up to its benefits. First, 22x points back at Choice properties, then 5x back on gas, grocery, home improvement, and in paying your phone plan before getting a flat 1x back on everything else. While I wouldn't spend in the everything else category, those above multipliers are really nice to have. However, the benefits are what truly get me. First, 30,000 choice points every account anniversary. Valued conservatively, that's about $180 in your pocket just for holding this $95 card. You'll also get Platinum Elite status, cell phone protection, a TSA PreCheck or global entry credit, and the suite of MasterCard World Elite benefits. Now, between the point earnings, TSA PreCheck or global entry, and then the bonus they give you every single year just for holding the card, the value you get out of this blows away the annual fee you pay in. When you stack those two together, even though Choice doesn't have the luxury brands that we'll mention later on in this list, this is plain and simple an S tier credit card. Unfortunately, we've got to move back to Best Western with the Best Western Rewards Premium Visa Signature Card. This card comes in at $89 and it gets you 20x back at Best Western properties, 4x on gas and grocery, and then 2x flat on everything else. You'll get Platinum Elite status, which gives you early check-in and late checkout, a potential room upgrade, and then a thank you gift of 500 points and water at check-in. This card also has cell phone protection, and its two core benefits are a free night anniversary and another free night after spending $10,000 on the card. Now again, this card is structured so it pays for itself. But when I look at a credit card, I don't just want to prepay and then get my money back. To get anything more meaningful than just a free night anniversary, I'd have to spend $10,000 on the card, and it's just not a trade-off with those multipliers that I'm willing to spend enough on to actually redeem. So that leaves it low on this list in the D tier. Next up is a fan favorite, the World of Hyatt credit card. However, do I rate it as highly as most people out there? Well, the first thing I like is that it's a simple card in its structure. It's a $95 credit card, and Hyatt properties are nice, but they are few and far between. They're known for their all-inclusive resorts, and when you book at those and other Hyatt hotels, you'll earn 9x back at Hyatt hotels, 2x back at restaurants, airlines, local transit and commuting, fitness clubs, and a flat 1x on everything else. Now here are the benefits. First, you'll receive a free night every single year. That has to be redeemed in a category 1 to 4 hotel. Then you could get an additional free night if you spend $15,000 on the card. Finally, you get valuable Discoverist status, which includes waived resort fees on free night awards. Now with the price range of Hyatt properties, the guaranteed free night that you get just for holding the card, it's going to be more valuable than the $95 you're paying in. However, there's a great excuse to spend on the 2x multipliers and at Hyatt properties all the way up to $15,000 to trigger a second free night. Odds are between that spending, the second free night you triggered, and the base one on the card, you could employ that strategy on this $95 credit card to essentially get 3 free nights at Hyatt every single year. And that right there, my friends, at a minimum, adds up to a nice staycation. The World of Hyatt credit card, a firm A-tier card. Up next is the Marriott Bonvoy Boundless card. This also is a $95 annual fee credit card. And while I don't want to talk too much about the benefits on this card because they don't really blow anybody away, the sign-up bonus is what you need to know. This card has the famous 5 free night award sign-up bonus, where you can get 5 free nights redeemed within the first year that you have the card, redeemable at any rate under 50,000 points a night. Marriott has some really high quality properties, and this is the type of sign-up bonus that I would personally target an entire vacation around using, and it would fund most of a trip. Additionally, I like this card because it's sustainable. It gives you an annual 35,000 point free night award every year when you hold the card, and that could get you into a property like the Marriott Page at Lake Powell, which checks in just under that 35K limit on select nights. As you can tell, I really like this card, and it's an A-tier credit card to hold. Up next, we're flipping back to IHG for the One Rewards Premier credit card, the second of their 2 in the IHG series. Now listen to what this card gets you. 26x points back at IHG hotels and resorts, a nice 5x on travel, dining, and gas stations before a great 3x flat on everything else. Not bad whatsoever, but the benefits make this card super special. You'll get Platinum Elite status, which does include Hertz 5-star status and complimentary upgrades. You'll get an anniversary free night, capped out at 40,000 IHG points, worth roughly $200 in cash value. And the best news is you are allowed to top that off with your own IHG points. Then, if you spend $20K in a year on this card, you'll earn both a $100 statement credit and 10,000 more points. Of course, you can also redeem 3 nights and get the 4th free. You'll get a global entry and TSA pre-check credit. And for some reason, the card throws in $50 in United Travel Bank cash every single year. This, in my opinion, is the standard for a $99 hotel card. It seems like you could take 2 or 3 of these benefits out and still have a really good card. And in this moment, the card is simply overpowered. This is an S tier card. Rounding up the low annual fee portion of this list is the Hilton Honors American Express Surpass card. Now, this card has some great multipliers and even better benefits. It gets you 30x back on Hilton properties, 6x on dining, groceries, and gas, 4x on online retail purchases, and 3x on everything else. Now, remember those earnings multipliers because the strategy on this card heavily involves those 6x categories. However, before we dive into the true strategy, you'll get complimentary gold status, which includes free breakfast at Hilton properties. You'll get a $50 quarterly credit on Hilton properties as well, and you'll get national car rental status. However, the true strategy is unlocking the unlimited, no cap, free night award, granted to you at $15,000 in spend. Now, strategically, if you spend in just those 6x multiplier categories, the valuable dining, groceries, and gas, all the way up to $15,000, an uncapped free night award can often be supplemented with a very nice booking in points for the next night after, leaving you 2 very nice nights at Hilton properties and a ton of potential to mix and match those stays depending on your travel plans. Because of that, this card rests in the A tier. This finally brings us into the premium tier, a tier I do not recommend approaching early on in your credit card journey, but for those who are willing to take on the high risk, high reward, there are a ton of incredible cards in this category. Let's start off with 2 cards brought together. The Marriott Bonvoy Bountiful, which is a Chase card, and the Marriott Bonvoy Bevy, which is an American Express card. Now note, both Chase and American Express uniquely offer Marriott cards. This is where their lineups converge, with Chase offering cards on the lower end in terms of annual fee, and American Express, in true Amex fashion, offering the higher annual fee lineup of cards. These cards are identical. They both will earn 18.5x back on Marriott hotels, 4x on grocery and dining, up to just $15K in spend for the year, before earning 2x back on everything else. The card offers a free night award capped at 50,000 points, automatic gold elite status, and 15 elite night credits. Now, unfortunately, you'd expect a much lower annual fee, but this card comes in at $250. For whatever reason, Chase and Amex did not put a lot into either of these cards. In my opinion, these cards are just as useless as the $0 Marriott Bonvoy Bold, and I place these in the D tier. Next up is the Ritz-Carlton credit card, one of the most secretive credit cards in general, and certainly the most exclusive credit card on this list. This card cannot be publicly applied for. You first have to go through any one of the Chase credit cards, hold those for a year, and then request to product change your Chase Marriott card up to a Ritz card. This card is worth it though, because it gets you 18.5x back on Marriott stays, 3x on dining, 3x on car rentals and airline purchases, before earning a flat 2x back on everything else. The benefits are where it does its best work though. A free night award valued up to 85,000 points, a $300 travel credit, Marriott Gold status, 3 Ritz-Carlton Club level certificates, a global entry credit, and airport lounge access with priority pass. Now, just when you combine a free night worth up to 85,000 points and the $300 travel credit, that there gets you past a $450 annual fee. Those other benefits and the multipliers I listed, just icing on the cake. Benefits like lounge access really do make this card special though. This is an S tier credit card. Up next is the Hilton Honors Aspire, a $550 Hilton credit card. The Aspire earns 34x back on Hilton hotels and resorts, 7x on travel, including flights booked directly with airlines, 7x on dining, and 3x on everything else. You'll get complimentary diamond status, which includes executive lounge access on properties that have it, and of course, complimentary room upgrades, even to a suite at Hilton's that will allow it. You get $400 in statement credits divided semi-annually to Hilton resort properties. You also get an additional automatic uncapped free night award. You get another bonus award at both $30,000 and $60,000 in purchases spent on the card. You'll also get $50 in quarterly statement credits for flights, a Clear Plus credit, and an $100 credit at the Waldorf or Conrad properties. Now, just with that uncapped free night and the quarterly flight credits, that right there is your annual fee. If you value hotel status at all, which is a really, really high level through Hilton, Clear Plus, and you can even take advantage of those resort credits every few years, this card is going to be a real winner for you. Some people just put all of their spend on it, spend through that $30,000 and $60,000 caps, and enjoy some incredible uncapped free night certificates at beautiful Hilton properties. That in and of itself makes the Aspire card an A-tier credit card. Last on our list is the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant. This is the highest annual fee card at $650. You get 21x back at Marriott properties, 3x at restaurants and flights, before 2x on everything else. The best credit is a $300 dining statement credit. You'll get a free night award after card member renewal, and that's capped at 85,000 points. You'll also get Platinum Elite status, which typically would take 50 qualifying nights to earn, but you'll get it instantly with the Bonvoy Brilliant. You get some lounge access with Priority Pass Select, TSA PreCheck, and you'll get lounge access to M Clubs at Marriott properties that offer that space. Now, for me, this is a B-tier card. It doesn't quite hold the value that the Hilton Honors Aspire does, simply because of the capped nights, but still a very solid card. And with the Bonvoy Brilliant covered, we've gone through all 18 different hotel credit cards. It's quite a list, and I'll throw every one of my rankings up on the screen. I think my biggest observation is you pay for what you get. Although you don't have to pay for the top annual fee cards to get premium benefits, as there are a lot of great cards in that $90 to $150 range. Now, if you have any questions, let me know. I'd love to hear your opinion, your favorite cards amongst this list, and any of my rankings that may have surprised you. If you enjoyed all of the research behind this video, please like the video and also consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching all the way until the end, and I hope to see you in my next video.